I mean, can we get a Halla-freaking-luluah? Ravenssoft tweeted out, "Have a holly jolly Warzone 2. It's the best time of the year and there might not be snow, but have a loadout grenade?" Loadout markers, now called loadout grenades, are available in buy stations within Warzone 2. This is a great change, but we're going to see a dynamic price come along with the price of the loadout grenade. If you're in solos, it's going to cost 8 grand. So every teammate, it's going to cost an additional 8 grand. So solos, 8 grand. Duos, 16 grand. Trios, 24 grand. And then lastly, if you're playing quads, it's going to cost 32 grand for a loadout. I don't know about y'all, but my friend group is already bitching about this. However, I think we can all agree that I don't think 32 grand is going to be where it ultimately stays, that it will be reduced. I could see a loadout costing 20 grand. It's still double what it cost from Warzone. But hey, this is a step in the right direction, and I ain't bitching, because in Ravenssoft, I trust. I mean, it hasn't even been a full week yet with Ravenssoft taking over Warzone, and the quality of life changes we've gotten already have been great. From the reduced price of your loadout guns from the buy station going from 5 grand down to 2,500, huge W, to the removal of the floating castle in the sky, I mean the heavy chopper. From loadouts coming to the second circle instead of the third circle, which was a nice little feature, a nice little quality of life change, to hell, even stabilizing the servers, causing dev errors to happen less frequently. Even though if you followed me on stream last night, you know that's how we ended the night. Nevertheless, all of these changes are due to Ravenssoft, but all of these changes are from Ravenssoft, and they are the ones that brought loadouts back to Warzone. So let's go ahead and get a W Ravenssoft in the chat for this video. If you're loving these changes like I am, you might as well like the video. It helps this video get seen by more people on YouTube. Subscribe, that way you guys never miss out on a video. And at 500 subscribers, I'm giving away a copy of Modern Warfare 2. And share this with your friends, that way you guys stay in the loop and caught up with all your gaming leaks, news, rumors, and updates. And hell, if your mom's hot enough, you could share it with her too. However, make sure to give positive feedback to Ravenssoft. They also added to the tweet saying, "The continuity of this feature will depend on the feedback we receive and overall impact on the Battle Royale experience within Warzone 2. Granted, this isn't the only change that's happened within Modern Warfare 2. Infinity Ward also unlocked the door, allowing Room 21 to become available. So if you're watching this video, go ahead and try to get into that Room 21 because there's some special stuff within it. Granted, this is a DMZ focus mode, and DMZ did not grab me by the balls like I was hoping it would.
What did he say?
However, this new location does have me wondering some things. One, could this be a part of the Rebirth Island map coming later this year in 2023? And then lastly, is there even a reward or a reason to go into Room 21? Because as of right now, DMZ, there's no real reason to go into DMZ other than you just kind of like the game mode. Well, fortunately, at least I have an answer to one of those questions, because you do actually get something for going in and trying out this Room 21. There is 6 weapon cases for you to try to extract. Obviously, each weapon case is going to give you a weapon blueprint, but if you're able to extract all 6 weapon cases, you do get a secret blueprint for the new AR, the Chimera. For me, it's crazy that Ravenssoft had to swoop in and save Warzone like a superhero. As my buddy Pep said, Ravenssoft should just be in charge of Warzone 2 and not have to come in and save it. Because if you didn't see the statistic, on Steam specifically, 50% of the player base that originally played Warzone or Modern Warfare 2 on day 1 is now 50%. Half the people who bought and played Modern Warfare 2 at the launch or the first week are no longer playing Modern Warfare 2. So it took losing half the player base for Infinity Ward to realize that what they think makes up a good game doesn't actually make a good game. I mean, they said this at the Call of Duty Next event where they said that Call of Duty was a tactical shooter. When in the history of ever has Call of Duty been a tactical shooter? It has been and should always be an arena shooter, but because of the foundation being around this tactical shooter, everything just feels a little slower. And I genuinely think this game would play so much better with faster ADS time, sprint to fire time, and faster strafe speed. I really do hope Ravenssoft will be able to speed these things up specifically in Warzone 2, though I am fully prepared to play the game as is for the next 2 years. I do see this one change being another addition that we may see by the end of 2022, and that is the ability to be able to sprint and plate at the same time. I think just adding this little change is going to add a skill gap within the game, because it's going to allow for one person to finesse a duo, a trio, or if they're good enough, to finesse a whole squad. Because as the game currently plays, if you push into a full team, or a full team pushes into you, 90% chance you're gonna die. And it has nothing to do with how good you are or how bad they are. It just is how the game is played. It's just so slow you can't really escape. But if you're able to shoot, sprint, and plate, at least gives you some room to be able to finesse a team. Another change that I could see coming, maybe not by the end of the year, is the addition of a ranked mode. I have found some information that all but confirms a rank mode is coming to Modern Warfare 2. Task Force leakers over on Twitter sent out this 20-second clip showing off the ranked emblems, the ranks and divisions, as well as the rules and regulations for this upcoming rank mode. Since this isn't confirmed, I would take this with a grain of salt, especially since, you know, the #1 rule on the internet, you can't trust everything you see on the internet. But I have high hopes that this is coming and that a good rank mode is coming back to Call of Duty, because when's the last time we saw a really good rank mode? Was it like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2? Rounding out this video on the COD League side of things, the NFL of Call of Duty, the New York Subliners, who did win the first major, are no longer going to be hosting the fourth major. And I'm not too sure actually why they're not. We just got this tweet from NYSL, the Subliners, saying that they're not going to be hosting the fourth major. This doesn't mean that the fourth major is scratched out and it's not happening. It's just going to be getting relocated. So this is where I turn and ask you guys, where do you think the fourth major is going to be relocated? Personally, I would love to see Atlanta. I know I live here, so I'm a little biased, but we do have the #1 airport in the world. So for conveniency and for accommodating teams, I think Atlanta is probably the best fit. I've seen cries online for London, and though I do think a London major would be cool, I wouldn't be able to attend. I'm just not how sure logistically viable it is due to a couple different things. One, the time zones. At the end of the day, the CDL is an online entertainment product. I'm not too sure if you can live stream something when most of the player base is out of the North Americas, and the time zones in England just don't line up very well. And then secondly, none of the COD teams are based out of London. Hell, even the London Royal Ravens aren't based out of London. And to uncover that a little bit more, they're getting bought out by a completely Spanish organization. So I don't even think the London Royal Ravens are going to be in the league much longer. This actually might be the last year we see London Royal Ravens. I would love to see a Madrid or a Spain team come in and then maybe take a major there. I could see that because the Call of Duty and Hispanic player base just kind of goes hand in hand. But that is just my thoughts and opinions. I want to know yours down below. What do you think of Loadouts being able to be bought via buy stations? How would you fix Warzone 2? And where would you host the fourth major for the NFL of Call of Duty, the COD League? You know, if you made it this far in the video, you might as well like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you for doing so. Here's a picture of my sweet dog, Annie. She's my buddy. She is my pal. She is my sweet little girl. I challenge all of you guys, make somebody laugh today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Yep, nope, not in my house.